Hi everyone, my name is Verona and welcome to the Kardavox Academy channel. You're probably wondering, where is Mark? Where is the bearded guy? You know, the one who's usually there. Who are you? Who's that chick? Well. Let me present myself. So as I said, I'm Verona. I am a singer-songwriter, vocal coach from Montreal, Canada. So this is the French. I'm in Quebec, so the French part of Canada. This is where you can notice my little accent. And so I've been trying so hard for the past years to find the best vocal coach for rock, like heavy metal singing, you know, the scream techniques that Mark is talking to you about. Well, that's how I discovered Mark. I really wanted to learn this technique. I haven't mastered it yet, so I won't perform it in front of you. And we've been exchanging knowledge, and he was telling me that some of his students needed a clean vocal technique first before being able to really apply the distortions effects on their voice. So he said, hey, would you like to join the Kardavox Academy and be our clean voice teacher? So that's exactly what I've been doing for the past 12 years. So why not do it with you guys? So I'm gonna be doing vocal coach reaction videos on this channel as well. And this is my first video. So I'm gonna be reacting to, are you ready? Sleep Token, Alkaline. I already know Sleep Token a little bit. I know their song The Summoning, and I've been even coaching some of my male students that song. So I already really love the singer's voice in Sleep Token. I love his tone, but yeah, I don't know the song Alkaline, so let's do this. Let's dive right in.
Every once in a while something changes, and she's changing me. It's too late for me now, I am altered. There is something beneath. She's not acid nor alkaline, caught between black and white, not quite either day or night. She's perfectly misaligned. I'm caught up in her design and how it connects to mine. I see in a different light the objects of my desire.
All right, let's just stop there first before I expected to get crazier. I mean, it's Sleep Token. All right, as I said, I love his tone already. That's my type of vocals. Maybe it's the British accent, I don't know. Just love it. So the intro, I mean, there's not even a drum, you know? I think that whole part, it's very atmospheric. There's like this big synth, like very precise and front. So vocally, what I've been noticing, it's that he is singing in his talking register, you know, just comfort zone. So he doesn't seem to push. It doesn't seem too low for him either. It's just like comfort zone. That's very important to find as a singer. You need to know where to sing so that you're comfortable doing it. So, and he can put some energy, like he's really, how can I say that? My French brain. It's like, it's not weak. It's not too much. It's just like precise with a good energy. I love that. So we call that in singing chest voice. I don't know if you heard about it. So the chest voice, those are old terms that it comes from the classical training hundreds of years ago, okay? Because I mean, they didn't have any cameras to look and know what the vocal cords are doing, but we could feel that it resonates a little bit in the chest. So everyone, na, 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 chest voice. This is my chest voice. We can also call it a talking voice. So yeah, he's singing in this register. But there are two things that I've noticed in his vocal placement. I think it's in his signature. He has like a lower larynx. So what does that mean is that he's singing, oh, you know, like when we yawn? I don't know if you can see it. I have a very long neck. So, I mean, he's kind of, if I was talking like that, I'm still in my chest voice / talking voice, but I have a low larynx. So he, every once in a while, I don't imitate usually, but it's just, you know the difference. It's not like every once in a while. This would be a higher larynx, so it sounds a little squeezy, like more Britney Spears by Oh Baby, Baby. You know, this is like chest voice, talking voice with a high larynx. That's not what he does there. He really has like that high, relaxed throat, relaxed larynx. Everyone's that gives us like some. It's just very warmer when you lower your larynx. So that's what he does, and he also has a little bit of twang. So that the twang, we use that term also for like just people who talk with twang. Like if I was to talk like that, like I don't talk like that, but you know, like in country music, there's a lot of twang, but it's with a higher larynx. So like every once in a while, something changes. That would be like very twangy, a lot of twang, high larynx. But then when you keep this and you lower your larynx, that gives, in my opinion, this is kind of the vocal placements that I like, because you have the projection that twang brings. Let me know in the comments if I'm going too fast. So it's like a recipe, okay? Vocals are a recipe of different resonance in your body. So, the low larynx, every once in a while. The song is too low for me, by the way. It's not a good register. Or something changed. And then you add a little bit of twang. And that's what let's listen to it again. You'll get what I mean. So it's very bright, but at the same time, it's round. So the brightness comes from the twang and the roundness comes from the lower larynx. Let's listen to it again.
It's too late for me now. I am
altered. There was a love twang there.
There is something beneath. She's not acid, no alkaline.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a high larynx. But I mean, sometimes I think his larynx is not always the same height. But yeah, so it's kind of sensual but precise at the same time. Sorry. And he gets breathy also at the end of some sentences. I am altered. No, it was he's changing me. Yeah, I have the lyrics there because I like to follow. When I listen, I love to have the lyrics. And yeah, so that's what I've heard so far. In the chorus, it's the same talking voice, chest voice, easy register. He's a little higher in the register, a little bit more energy, but nothing crazy. And what I've heard is that to make it sound bigger, they just added backup vocals. So back vocals, they're on different notes. I think there's at least another note. Let's listen to the chorus.
Day or night, she's perfectly misaligned.
In my headphones, I hear it.
Caught up in her design and how it connects to mine. I see in a different light.
It's maybe not even a different note. I think it's different layers of the same note. There's maybe an octave lower. It's hard for me to tell because they are very, very light in the mix. But yeah, so basically that's it for the first part. So what did I say? I said chest voice, talking register, comfortable register, energy, a little bit of a low larynx, and also like stretching back. It's exactly when we yawn, like when we yawn. So when you yawn, everything lowers there. It opens on the side in your throat. I don't know if you feel it. If you do a real yawn, do it with me. Joking. I'm making my students yawn so much they're crying in classes. You know when you yawn that you have little tears. That's how you need to yawn sometimes for vocal placements. Anyways, so I mean a little bit of that and twang, but twang is like, there's twang everywhere, guys, by the way. It's like salt in a recipe. You're gonna need it in desserts and in salty dish or in just regular dishes. So twang is like the salt. You put it a little bit or a lot, depends. Are you eating like chips or a brownie or tomato, like a spaghetti sauce or whatever? Anyway, so yeah, it's something that he has in his tone, but British people in their talking voice, there's a lot of twang. I've been analyzing Adele a lot. I'm a girl, you know. And she talks so twangy. Anyways, I love it. All right, let's continue. Where were we? Oh, I think I missed something. It was just so good. Ooh, electronic drums.
Ooh, let's talk about chemistry, 'cause I'm dying to melt through to the heart of the molecules, to the particles part like holy water. Anything, she's an undiscovered element, either born in hell or heaven sent. Either way, I'm into it.
Okay, whoa. Let's go back. I should have stopped earlier. It's my first vocal coach reaction, okay, so bear with me. Let's go back to verse 2. A little bit before, I think. Oh, no. Yeah. Because I heard so many nice things in his vocals just in the verse, so I want you to listen carefully with me. So it's basically almost the same lead vocal, good like register, easy register. However, like his voice is cracking a little bit more, but like I know it's on purpose. It gives like emotion, like if he's angry but crying at the same time, you know, and oh, don't do that to me. Like you're crying but you're angry at the same time, and that makes his voice crack. And yeah, it gives so much more intensity for the second verse. Let's just listen to it.
Ooh, let's talk about chemistry, 'cause I'm dying to melt through to the heart of the molecules, to the part.
Okay, just there, the heart of the molecules. Heart of the molecules. Like, okay, but you know what I mean. So it's like I'm crying.
Dying to melt through to the heart of the molecules.
Heart of the sounded the heart of the molecules. Okay, I don't know exactly where he cracks, but yeah. So what is a crack? Vocal crack. I mean, it would sound like it's something that we don't want, but actually, it's very popular. Like a lot of singers use that technique to give emotion, and they might not even think about it. It just happens and they embrace it. So basically a crack is when your talking voice, your chest voice, is kind of flipping into your head voice. So what is your head voice? Head voice or falsetto depends of the vocal coaches. Me, I use head voice for falsetto. For me, it's the same thing. It's just that falsetto usually is very breathy, and a head voice can be trained so much. Like women in opera, they are in their head voice, but they are so loud and so trained, they don't even need a mic to sing louder than our orchestra. But it's the It's a little voice like that. If I was talking to you like that, this is my head voice falsetto, but this is... I can make it sound, I can place it with twang and lower larynx, and a lot of other ingredients, but this falsetto can become very large and very powerful. Anyways, okay, enough about the technique. Come take a class with me. But yeah, so he's kind of breaking. You know when you want to take your talking voice and slide it up until its limit? Like, let's say that's my limit. I don't have a limit. I'm joking. So, it's gonna break into a second voice. If you've ever tried singing, I'm sure you've experienced this. So this is called the break. This is really like your vocal cords cannot stretch with that thickness. Chest voice, basically, it's thick vocal cords. Your vocal cords are in their regular size. They're thick. They get together. Yeah. And then in head voice, there's a cartilage moving. I won't get too into the details, but basically your vocal cords are just stretched. So we go from thick to really thin and stretched. So that's why there's a flip if it's not done like gradually, the stretching. So that's what we hear in the crying. So it's also the technique that we call the yodeling or yodeling. Tell me in the comments, you or yo. So it's like chest voice, head, chest, head, chest, head, chest. So it's very fast. So fast that we don't even notice that there's been head voice. Oh, it's like I'm talking with my chest voice, and then a little bit of head voice, and then back. So basically that's what he does in this verse, and I love that. There are so many other singers that I've been inspired. Me as a singer and songwriter. Anyways, my personal favorites is to switch all the time between registers. I love that. It demands a lot of agility. He doesn't really switch. He just cries and we hear a little bit of the head voice, but he comes right back in. So let's listen to it again.
Ooh, let's talk about chemistry.
Chest voice.
Melt through to the heart of the molecules.
There's a second note. Q's, chest, the heart of the molecules. You got this. You got it, right? Okay. Anyways, so that's it about that part. She's an undiscovered element, either born in hell or heaven sent. Either way, I'm into it. Okay, another thing about verse 2 is that he's more legato than the first verse. So he links more his words, especially the second half of verse 2. That's what I mean, it's my first take, but I feel he's less like talking blah 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 blah. He's like more blah 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 blah. Like instead of doing like, if anything, she's an undiscovered element. This would be like choppy a little bit. But he's like, if anything, she's an undiscovered element. That's what legato means. You link all the words together. There's no rest. There's no silence in between the syllables, in between the notes. We use that term in music for instruments as well. Not just singing, of course not. Either way, I'm into it. You could have done into it, but I'm into it. So the M is linked to the into, and that creates the legato instead of reattacking each word. That's a very, very big trick I just gave to you guys. If you want to sound more professional, legato is how you can sound smoother with your vocals. Okay, so this is just a free tip. Use it. But yeah. Okay, so in this chorus, there is an harmony. Acid or alkaline, none on between, call between black and white. It's a little acid or alkaline, acid or alkaline. So together, that makes the second chorus so much bigger than the first one, because just the first one, there were no harmonies, just many layers of the same note. And then they added, I love harmonies. Good choice. But still, we can definitely say that it's the drummer that is the star of that song.
Either way, I'm into it. Caught between black and white. I'm either day or night. She's perfectly misaligned. I'm caught up in her design. My connection line. I see it a different light. The object of my desire. Not acid or alkaline. Caught between black and white.
Whoa, something happened. They're repeating the chorus, but something happened on the second chorus. So there was the lead vocal, the harmony, and then they just added like counter melodies. So if you don't know what a counter melody is, it's a melody that is not the principal, like the lead melody. So do 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 do. So this is like the regular melody, but we're hearing another melody over it. I think I heard mesmerize like in the background, but it's like I think there's a lot of layers of the counter melodies, like a lot of tracks. I'm a music producer too, so I can see the session. There's probably like a lot of tracks, just like and then a mesmerize like over it, and then they're stacked over each other, and with a lot of reverb and effects. So that's pretty cool. I love it. I think they're saying alkaline in the background. Alkaline. I'm not sure. Let me listen to it again. I think that's a counter melody. Alkaline. Something like that. Let me know in the comments if you hear it too. Did you hear that? That's a counter melody too. Oh, it's going down. Something like that. God, that was scary. I didn't understand the clip. Please explain it to me in the comments. But I mean, it's sleep token. I think I never understand it. But yeah, so at the end, there's no lead anymore. So in the outro, so like the section leading to the end, we have like background vocals doing kind of a melody. Now it's not a counter anymore because there's no other lead melody. So yeah, just very nice. It's a nice way to end with back vocals, of course. So yeah, I mean, I've heard Sleep Token in The Summoning, as I said, and a few other songs. I've never heard Alkaline. It's definitely a good song. I think it's a good introduction song for people who've never heard Sleep Token. However, vocally, it's interesting, but I know that the guy can do so much more with his voice. He doesn't show all of his capacities in this song, but sometimes, the song just don't need it. The song doesn't need it. Sorry. French brain. Yeah, but it's a good one. Very good. So I think it's a good entry level if you want to work on a clean voice in your chest voice. I think it's a good one for baritones. It's not too high, I think. Let me check the chorus again. Acid or alkaline, na 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 na. So the scale is like, oh, I was so close. I thought it was a D, but it's an E flat. It's just one note difference. Don't know if you hear it. It's an E flat minor. So acid or alkaline. So B flat. Yeah, that's a baritone song. That's why it was low for me. He's not a tenor. That's not a tenor song. So if you don't know, the registers basically for guys, and I explain it for girls after, but for guys, the lowest ones are the bass, and then mid-low, mid-high, it's baritone. Most of you guys are baritone. Just that's how humans are. Like most of the men out there are baritone. And then higher voices for guys are called tenors. Usually tenors are very, very popular in pop music. Like, of course, Michael Jackson was a tenor. Yeah, because it's just higher. It's, yeah. And so, yeah, and then you even have the counter tenors, but that's another thing. Those are guys that sing only in their head voice. They sound like women. We could say the Bee Gees were counter tenors. Anyways, so yeah, this is a very good song. If you know that you're a baritone, you don't have a very low voice, but you don't have a very high voice, you're like in the middle, you should definitely try to learn this one. It's a good entry song. I'll give it to my students, I think. I think it's a good one to learn. And then for girls, I said for girls, the lower register for girls are altos, and then in the middle are my mezzos, and then higher voice are called sopranos. I am an alto. That's probably why I'm almost able to sing baritone. Altos and tenors are almost the same. Yeah, so that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed the first vocal coach reaction that I did. That was my first ever on Sleep Token, Alkaline. That's a very good song. And if you want to take classes with me, just go on the Kardavox Academy website and you can ask to have clean vocal lessons with Verona, and I'll be glad to have you as my student. So yeah, and you can hear my stuff out. I'm on Spotify, Verona. I mean, you're gonna find me. I as I said, I love a lot of musical styles. So my first album is like indie rock, and then these days post-COVID, I just feel like dancing and having fun. So now I'm more into like R&B, disco, funk stuff. So that's what I really love anything in music. So maybe, I don't know, maybe my third album is going to be heavy metal. And then the fourth one is going to be opera. And the fifth one is going to be like a jazz. I don't know. It's not very good for the branding though. That's probably why I don't have a record label deal. They don't know how to brand me. So anyways, so I'm very glad I did this. Hope you've enjoyed it and see you next time. Ciao.